Hey there, multi-prep teachers. You know how professional development never seems to quite get to what we need? It's like, great idea, but how do I make this work when I have 3+ preps to juggle? That's exactly why I created the Simplify Your Preps Collective. It's a free Facebook group built just for teachers like you, where we share tips, resources, and real talk about making multi-prep teaching less overwhelming and more doable. Sound like your kind of space? Head to kristenmasick.com/collective and join us today. Let's simplify together. Were you just handed a brand new class to teach next year, one you've never taught before and have zero resources for? That sinking feeling, you're not alone, but you're also not stuck. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how you can prepare for a new prep without spiraling into overwhelm. I'll walk you through how to break it down, what to prioritize, and how to use AI to give yourself a major head start without starting from scratch or staying late every night. We'll cover how to break down a new prep into manageable parts, how to set yourself up with a flexible plan, and one simple AI prompt you can use to build a unit outline in minutes. Let's make next year feel lighter, starting right now. Welcome to the Secondary Teacher Podcast, the podcast for middle and high school teachers juggling multiple preps to get the strategies to reduce overwhelm so that you don't have to choose between being an effective teacher and prioritizing important relationships. I'm your host, Kristen Masick, a 10-year high school engineering teacher, former middle school assistant principal, and teacher coach. Every week, we will discuss strategies, systems, and time-saving tips to help you not only survive but thrive as a multiple prep teacher. It was the spring of my first year of teaching when my principal came in and asked if I could teach an additional prep. So, first year teacher, now going into my second year teaching a new to me prep. New preps can feel like an avalanche of decisions. You're trying to meet standards, create materials, build assessments, and make it engaging. And if you're already juggling multiple preps, adding one more can feel impossible, and it did for me at that time. But you don't need to create the perfect course from day one. You just need a clear, simple path forward, one that gives you confidence and breathing room. When I was assigned a new class, especially that first year, I used to feel like I had to do everything right away. I ditched all of my summer plans to just focus on finding out everything I needed for that class and try to have everything prepped before school started. Now I've learned to pause, zoom out, and get strategic. It changed everything. So here is how you are going to break down your new prep. First step, don't plan, gather. Before you plan a single lesson, gather your baseline info. Get your school calendar. It could be also your district calendar. How many days are you going to be face-to-face with this class? Is it a semester class? Is it a year-long class? Are you on the block schedule? Finding out how many days that you are going to be meeting and even looking at how many days per term per semester will really help you as you're in your planning. You'll also want to gather any district or school-provided course description, or even it could be the state. So you need at least a course description. Then, if you can find any relevant standards, or even just look at standards from the class before and after if you are unsure. And most importantly, your non-negotiables. So these are personal things like events, family time, and vacation that will happen in your personal calendar throughout the school year. That's your real life teaching calendar. All of this information will then become your foundation. So step 2 is identifying the end result. Ask yourself, what should students walk away being able to do by the end of the course? Is there a project or assessment that would clearly show that? You don't need all the details yet, just the destination. Step 3, break down the big tasks. Now you're going to be reverse engineering. What steps will students need to get to that end result? What will they need to practice, build, or understand along the way? Start thinking in chunks, not individual lessons. Think of them as action-based units. This is where we are going to start simplifying. Step 4, use AI to map your units. Here's where the magic happens. Take everything you've gathered and plug it into this simple AI prompt. You are a curriculum assistant. I am teaching a high school subject course next year. Students will meet the number of times per week for blank numbers of weeks. The end result for the students is to be able to insert the main outcome or project. Please break this into 4 to 6 units. You can actually play with that number and suggest how many weeks to spend on each. This prompt will get you out of that blank page panic and give you something solid to refine. You can keep going back and forth to customize it for your specific class. Now, some things that I want you to note about that prompt. It is not asking at this time for daily lesson plans. Remember, you're going to be getting that bird's eye view. So you're just looking at that end destination and then those key places along the way, those key checkpoints in that plan, in that curriculum map. Now, for those of you who have taught a new prep in the past, I want you to reflect before you go into this new prep. What's one thing that helped you prepare for a new class before, or one thing you wish you would have done differently? Remembering the answer to those questions can also set you up for simplification this next time so that you're not repeating things that don't need to be repeated. So here's what we covered today: how to gather everything you need to start prepping for a new class, how to work backward from your end goal, how to break things down into manageable pieces, and how to use AI to simplify the unit planning process. Now, if you're wanting step-by-step guidance to go even deeper, especially to map out your course in a way that's realistic and sustainable, my AI-powered curriculum mapping for busy teachers workshop is exactly what you need. It will walk you through the full process from gathering materials to unit planning, all using AI in a strategic, time-saving way. You can grab it through the link in the show notes. And don't forget to come and join us in the Simplify Your Preps Collective. It's totally free and filled with teachers just like you who want to work smarter and not harder. You don't have to reinvent the wheel for this new class. Just set up your path and take it one step at a time. Until next time.